Hello, so let us look at number 20 and then continue on. So in the accompanying diagram, so we see here, just like before, uh, angle P is 56, arc QT is 192 here. Now what we need to find out here is that we need to figure out QR. Then, what if you have to call that as X? Then the formula which we can use, it would have been 192 minus X over 2 must be equal to 56. So of course we can put it over at 1 and then cross multiply them. We get 192 minus X must be equal to 112. So then when we subtract 192 from each side, negative X equals negative 80. Therefore X must be equal to 80. So 80 degrees will be our answer. Alright, let's look at number 21 here. So AC to BC, as you can see, this is 7, and then this will be 2. In other words, this will be 7x and then 2x. Notice that the line AOB is a diameter. So, first what we can do is 7x plus 2x then is equal to 180 because diameter cuts the circle in two equal parts, 180 each. So here we get 9x is equal to 180. Divided by 9, x equals 20. Now, that tells us that this one is 7 times 20 becomes 140. 2 times 20 becomes 40. So to find the angle CPA is, let me call that as y per se, then y is equal to 140 minus 40 divided by 2, which now becomes 100 divided by 2, so therefore 50 becomes our answer. Alright, let's look at number 22. Here what I want you to notice is this AOB is, once again, it's a diameter. That makes the arc, this portion becomes 180. Then what do you realize about the angle C? See, this one is a half of the intercepted arc, which is 90. Great. So let's look at the next question. Here, once again, BA is the diameter. That makes the upper portion right here is equal to 180. But since this is 50, what do you realize about arc CA? Would have been 180 minus 50 becomes 130. So that's 130, but what we're looking for is angle CBA. So CBA has to be half of the intercepted arc, so measure of angle CBA is equal to 130 divided by 2, which is equal to 65. So 65 becomes our answer. Number 24. We like to look at measure of angle ADC. ADC would have been right over here. But the thing is, intercepted arc would have been this portion and this portion combined together. In other words, we need to combine 82 and then 132 put together. So measure of angle ADC is equal to 132 plus 82. Combine them together, that value has to be divided by 2. So here we get 214 divided by 2, so the answer becomes 107 degrees. That becomes our final answer. Alright, number 25. Here we have measure of the arc AD is 130. And then angle BAC is equal to 50. Then soon you will realize, because of the intercepted arc will be from C to B, our measure of the angle CB would have been equal to 100, because it has to be double of 50. Now, and then that's about it. So we'd like to look at rest of them together here. Find angle P. How do you find the angle P? In order for you to find angle P, we need to figure out the arc AC. How do you figure out arc AC? Because arc BC is equal to 100, and notice that AOB is the diameter, that makes AC, let me call that as maybe X. So X plus 100 must be equal to 180. That tells us that X must be equal to, that's right, it's got to be 80 by subtracting 100 each. So that portion is equal to 80. Then measure of angle P must be outer minus inner, which is 130 minus 80, divide whole thing by 2. Then here we get 50 divided by 2, which is equal to 25. So 25 degrees will be the measure of the angle P. Let's go for the next one. How about measure of angle BEC? BEC, why don't I call that as maybe, since I used X, why don't I call this one as maybe A? That is opposing from measure of the arc 100 and 130. So measure of angle BEC is the what? Sum of those two opposing arcs, which is 130 plus 100 divided by 2. What is that equal to? Yes, we get 230 over 2, which now becomes 115 degrees. How about angle PCA? PCA. How do you figure that angle out? But did you realize that that is in fact supplementary to angle ACD? So soon as you see this dotted angle over here, then angle that which we are looking at is this supplementary to that. But how do you find this angle? That angle is half of its intercepted arc, which is 130. So if I were to call this one as B, then you can see that angle B must be equal to half of 130, which is equal to 65. But angle PCA is a supplementary to that, so 180 minus 65. What's 180 minus 65? That's 115 as well. So therefore, that's our answer. Alright, so that's basically what we have done. And let's look at the next question, number 26. 26 is similar. Here we have QN is equal to 160. That makes QP is equal to 20, because we have NOR is the diameter, or NORP is the diameter. Now, and another thing that which we get to realize is PNS. PNS is 40. This is 40 degree angle. That tells us that SP would have been 80, because intercepted arc is double of the inscribed angle. Then, since MP is the diameter, so since SP is equal to 80, then NS must be equal to 100, because together becomes 180. So what is QP? We figured it out. It was 20. What is PS? Oh, that's 80. We already figured both of them out. How do you figure out angle PR or QRP? Q is right over here, QRP. Let me call that as X over here. That's this, we have to add up the opposing arcs, then we get what? 20 plus 100 divided by 2, which becomes 120 divided by 2, therefore we get 60. So that becomes 60. How about angle NOS? You see, angle NOS is the central angle, which is the same thing as intercepted arc, which is 100. So that was rather simple. How about angle M? Angle M is the angle by tangent and secant. So what we have to do is this. Difference between outer arc and inner arc. So 160 minus 100 divided by 2. That's basically what we need to do. We get then 60 over 2, which is equal to 30. So 30 becomes our final answer for angle M. Alright, now we're going to go for one more question here. What is the perimeter of the triangle? You see, in this case, you have to realize that AF is equal to AD, and EC is equal to ED. Lastly, BF is equal to BE, because tangent line segments from point outside is always congruent. So AF is equal to 6. This is 6. That makes this one equal to 6. CD is equal to 5. That makes CE equal to 5. BE is equal to 4. That makes BF equal to 4. So what is the perimeter? We just have to add up all the sides. If you have to add up all sides, then our perimeter becomes 30. Alright, we'll close it for now, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.